The concept with that particular set of experiments is that we have shown that we can use stem cells, and actually human stem cells, to repair the damaged ear. Of course, a lot more work needs to be done, but that is kind of a very important fundamental concept. You have two sensory cell types. You have the hair cell, which will transmit the sound information into an electrical signal, and then you have the neuron, which will receive that information and take it to the brain. Those two cell types are very important, and they're only produced during development. When those cells are damaged, deafness ensues and is permanent because we cannot replace them. So what we're trying to do is to see if we can make those cells in vitro, which we have done, and now concentrating on replacing the neurons. Why the neurons? Because there is a lot more work to be done to be able to replace the hair cells. Replacing hair cells is still technically very challenging, and biologically we need to understand a lot more things about how the system works. But on the other hand, we have the cochlear implant, which functionally at least replaces the way that the hair cells work.